Yes, good morning, everybody. So let's get right into it, unfortunately, with some sad news today. It was the news no one wanted to hear. Intelligence officials have confirmed that 26-year-old aid worker Kayla Mueller has died while being held captive by ISIS.
The world wants to be more like Kayla. And if that is her legacy and the footprint that she leaves on the world, then that is a wonderful thing.
President Obama also issued a statement yesterday vowing to bring Mueller's captors to justice no matter how long it takes. ISIS militants claim that Kayla died during Jordanian airstrikes, but U.S. officials say they don't know how or when she died. Mueller was taken hostage in August 2013. Moving on, the U.S. military has announced that they are ending their Ebola relief mission in West Africa. Now, this comes after news that infection rates have dropped dramatically. The military says medical equipment will be left behind for civilian responders still treating Ebola patients. All troops are expected to be out by April 30th, and officials say they will undergo all necessary precautions once they leave the region. And back home, the New England region is covered in a blanket of white, and they are trying to dig out. But it looks like there's no relief in sight just yet, as forecasters predict a little more snow later this week and perhaps this weekend. Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker has declared a state of emergency to secure resources and make sure the state gets the help it needs. About 500 members of the National Guard have also been deployed to help keep residents safe as they deal with roof collapses, digging out, and other troubles related to all that snow. In other news, an NYPD officer has been indicted for the shooting and killing of an unarmed black man in the stairwell of a Brooklyn housing project. 27-year-old officer Peter Liang was indicted on several counts and is expected to surrender later today. Liang, for his part, says the gun accidentally discharged when he opened the stairwell door with the same hand that held his gun. Now, the family of the victim says they are happy that justice is being carried out. And lastly, your top 5 headlines. So the other shoe has dropped for veteran news anchor Brian Williams. NBC has announced that they will be suspending him for 6 months without pay. Now, network suits say his misleading comments to the public about his time covering the Iraq War were inexcusable, and he severely jeopardized the trust he has built up with all these viewers. But they also say they believe Williams deserves a second chance. Of course, Williams himself apologized last week when the story first came out. You know, NBC Nightly News has been on top of the ratings for the better part of the decade. It'll be interesting to see how this affects their bottom line, but the saga continues. Poor Brian Williams.
I love Brian Williams.
Me too. I know. I've liked him for a long time.
Yeah.